Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of Monday, February 12, 2024. I ask all who have not signed in, please do so. Please turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. Please conduct any conversation in the hallway or outside. This meeting room is equipped with the inductive loop hearing assistance system. You'll be able to hear conversations through the microphones on hearing aids with a T-switch. Emergency exits can be found to your right and to your left. And please note, this meeting is also live streamed via YouTube with text commenting available. And at this time, if you please join the town board in a salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the early spring. I'm not giving you any guarantees for the next few weeks what that'll hold. So, okay, I have the only announcement I really have is the all-town departments will be closed on Monday, February 19th for President's Day. So again, all-town facilities and offices will be closed on the 19th of this month. First order of action, approval of minutes from the January 22nd Town Board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Meeting minutes of the 22nd have been approved. This time, we'll ask our town clerk to please introduce manifest number 3.
Manifest number 3 in the amount of $7,030,281.94 has been reviewed by the Victortown Board with the following accounts charged: General Townwide, General Outside Village, Parkland Trust Fund, Highway Townwide, the lighting districts of Fishers, Brookwood Meadows, High Point, Cobblestone, Coil Ridge, Rolling Meadows, Stone Lay, and Legacy at the Fairways, S&S Consolidated Sewer Fund.
Well, I didn't see anyone fall over when I heard $7 million, but I want to explain it anyways, as you can see up on the big screen. So, yes, when the Director of Finance came in and said, listen, abstract number 3, Jack, is going to be over $7 million, I was sitting down. But we'll start with what we try to do every meeting. We identify expenditures that are in the $5,000 or higher range, and we start with Bluestone Creek. This is for the March rent for the Parks and Recreation facility. Next is Brightly Software. This is the first installment. Cargill's payment for the salt for the town roads. This is usually ongoing during the winter season. Payment to Eastern Shores Insurance for the 2024 townwide insurance. Payment to Fishers Fire District. So what we actually are the collector of taxes. This is for the property taxes that are collected on behalf of the Fishers Fire District. Next is payment to Harris Beach for January legal fees. There are chargebacks within this invoice for $27,116.60. Payment to Integrated Systems for the February hosting and annual support. Payment to MVP Health for February health insurance for our town employees. Payment to NOCO Energy for diesel fuel purchased in the month of January. Payment to the New York State Comptroller's Office for the December court fees. Payment to Ontario County Stormwater Coalition, the annual dues. Payment to Ontario County Treasurer for the 2024 workers' compensation that the town owes, our portion. Payment to Ontario County Treasurer for the 2024 dog control support. Payment to Ontario County Treasurer for the 2024 Surmar pilot portion. This is the portion that the county receives. You'll see down farther we have, let me skip RG&E. We're going to go to Victor Central School. They also receive a portion of that pilot agreement. And then the last item, payment to the Village of Victor, Surmer pilot portion. These are all portions of a pilot agreement that are paid to these communities. We are the pass-through. Back to RG&E, January townwide gas and electric. Victor Fire District, same scenario with the Fishers Fire District. We are the pass-through collector of the taxes, and then we make them whole. And then final item here, Victor Sewer District, 2023. These are delinquent taxes that are re-levied. Sewer taxes that were not paid in the 2023 calendar, and they are then re-levied onto the individual's tax bill for collection. So the total of the above-mentioned expenditures is $6,949,828.34. Total town expenditures minus the previous mentioned expenditures equals $80,453.60. Board members, any question on manifest number 3 this evening? Hearing none, I'm going to entertain a motion to approve the payments hereof.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, abstract number 3 has been approved. I'd like to supervisor referendum update. So at the March 25th meeting, we would anticipate that the town board will have a resolution establishing the election. So this action needs to take place 20 days prior to the special election. The town board must adopt a resolution designating the following: hours of opening and closing of the polls. Polls need to be open at least 6 hours, required between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. We anticipate probably doing more than that. I've mentioned that previously, but at a minimum of 6 hours. Place, we would also, with this resolution, identify place or places where the special election would be held, and then set forth in full all the propositions to be voted on. And as we know, there's only one proposition, the potential purchase of the Brace Road property. After that, the town clerk shall then give notice of the special election by publication in the town newspaper and other forms of media, whether it's the town's website, things of that nature. So again, March 25th, there'll be a town board resolution, and anything coming out of that, as mentioned through the town clerk's office, will be posted on the town's website. We have no request for privilege of the floor this evening. Moving to public comment and concerns. Reminder, 3 minutes if you could, keep your comments. And again, we'll entertain comments at this time.
Good evening, Randy Shea, 50 West Main Street, Victor, New York. First off, I wanted to compliment Karen Bodine, the town clerk, and the clerk's office, and how they handled the petition process in order to get the vote on the resolution that was passed on December 18th. I'd like to first start off with a compliment. Next thing is, I would like to clarify something that I said in a previous meeting, and it pertains to my comments about the town supervisor being a dead dog supervisor. I meant lame duck supervisor. So I just wanted to make sure that that was clear and in the record. That basically means he's probably on his way out, and we have to be watching him a lot closer. So that's my opinion. The other thing is, I'd like to clarify something with board member Mike Guinan. He mentioned to me that one of his objections was that I had a vendetta out against Jack Marin. I can tell you unequivocally that that was not an opinion based in truth, only because I know the truth. And the truth is that I do not appreciate his leadership style. I do not believe he's done a good job in terms of having an open and transparent government. And I also believe there's some other things that the general public doesn't know about, that they may come to know about soon, that would cause him to understand why I said I respectfully and compassionately hope you choose to resign for personal reasons sometime soon. Now, as far as Board Member Guinan, I wanted to make sure you realized my contention with Jack Marin has mostly to do with his his leadership style, more as like some kind of a magistrate or a monarch or something, like a king, versus a elected official. At the county level, I saw two things that I found to be disturbing, and I would think that most people that declare themselves to be Republican, they would as well. And he was the lead role in having what I would call tribunal-style witch hunts on both Sheriff Henderson and Matthew Kuhn. Now, people that knew who Matthew Kuhn was, he did a phenomenal job as county clerk. He might have been missing a few things, but to have what happened to him, and then a week later or a week and a half later, he was found dead in his home. I really don't know all the details. There's nothing public about it, but you can't use your power, abuse your power to I don't believe you should, but you can if you want. But you don't have a right to take away my rights. If you believe that I'm out of line or something in the town, or anybody who has a problem with anybody, there's something called due process under the law. And that means that a person is assumed innocent until proven guilty. Now, I heard that the chief of police, who's also an investigator for the New York State Troopers, he put out a message. It was supposed to be only internal, but they were investigating me. And guess what? They found nothing. I have no criminal footprint. I have no history of violence. I speak strongly. And one thing I think that you guys might not like, but you really should, is where you and a few of the people that are on the town board and work in town government who like to talk behind other people's backs, where they never find out what's being said about them, they don't know who their accusers are, but the town supervisor plays judge, jury, and executioner in terms of telling me I can't come to any meetings. When I was involved, productive and constructive, my 3 minutes are up, I know that, and I could see it on your face. I'm not done talking, though. Unfortunately, you only give us 3 minutes. You should give us a lot more time, especially when we have hardly anybody showing up here anymore because of your leadership style.
I thank you. As I said earlier this month, you gave me the first compliment of 2024. It sounds like I just received your second compliment. Okay, any other members of the public care to address the town board? Okay, I do have a number of items under the supervisor's verbal report. I did attend the Farmington Kiwanis Evening of Great Taste back on February 3rd, a well-attended event. It was at Cobblestone Country Club this year because of the remodeling at the Ravenwood. At our last meeting, one of our highway employees, Kevin Flagg, is here with us again. We did recognize Kevin, and but I failed to, because I didn't know, where's our highway superintendent?
Right here.
That's right, I asked him to sit up here. My apologies. Mark, good to see you up here. You look good up here, Mark. So, we recognize Kevin, and there is a vehicle on fire. Kevin assisted putting out the fire. The owner called 911 while Kevin was putting the fire out. Kevin called Highway Superintendent Mark Ears, who's over here to my left, for assistance to be on the scene. Mark immediately showed up and had the truck owner sit in his pickup truck so he would not freeze while waiting for the sheriff's and fire department to show up so that Kevin could go on his plow route. Mark spent about 45 minutes with the truck owner, with the sheriff and fire department, while the sheriff and fire department took care of the scene. So, Mark, I wanted to thank you. We recognized Kevin last night, so I want to do the same for you, so thank you. In addition, we had the open house retirement gathering for Terry Bolt back on January 26th. We had Kim Kinsella's retirement gathering last January 31st. Both were well attended. We also, at the open house at the courts building, we also recognize Sandy Cody for her 37 years of service as well. I do want to mention that there's been a portable CPR training kiosk has been placed up at Eastview Mall. There's only this is one of 3 in the country. Collaboration between the Ontario County Public Health, U of R Medicine, Wilmerite Properties, and the American Heart Association's was able to make this happen. This hands-on CPR unit is by entrance number 3 at the mall, which is right outside the Dick's store within the mall. Town of Farmington has a Parks and Recreation Community Survey out there. The survey does close on February 27th. And in board members, in your mailbox, I had provided previously reports from the Victor Fire Department, traffic reports from the Ontario County Sheriff's Department, Victor Farmington Volunteer Ambulance, Farmington Fire Department, Mercy Flight thank you letter for our contributions, and then an article on equalization rate. Rich, myself, and Kathy Rayburn attended. This was interesting read, and interesting hour we spent at this event as well, and some recent announcements regarding Issue Mall, and well, that's all I have. Karen, anything from the clerk's office? Oh, yes.
We have Babette's.
Board members, at your place setting is a report from our town historian, who says to say hello from sunny Florida for all of us. Is there any board member that, sitting on any board, that care to update the town board at this time?
I just had a couple things. Like Supervisor Marin said, attended the Terry Bolt's retirement party with Sandy Cody also retiring. I believe most of our board here also attended Kim Kinsel's retirement party here at the town hall. We have a new business in Victor, Alice's Red Ribbon Boutique. Attended that ribbon cutting, I believe it was February 3rd, a Saturday, and with Kathy from our economic development staff to present her with a certificate on behalf of the town. It's in the former building and same spot as the former A&E Boutique. They have a new location up at Eastview Mall, or near Eastview Mall in the old Alex Nani building, if anyone's familiar. Attended the Soup Bowl earlier this week that the Staff Wellness Committee threw. It was a great time, lots of full bellies full of soup. I don't cook soup that often, so I brought cookies that hopefully were a good substitute. Attended the village board meeting. I sent everyone an update on that. Councilman Cusimano also attended for a brief period of time, just to give an update about Hometown Day and Climate Board event. And then coming up, I'll be attending the Association of Towns in the conference down in New York City this Sunday to Wednesday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other board members?
Supervisor, I just wanted to make a quick comment to the annual numbers from Victor Farmington Ambulance. So we're seeing $250,000 as far as the contribution. And I think it's showing a statistically significant improvement to services. You know, they've transitioned for quite some time now, but they have two, in talking to their director there, they have two ambulances 24/7 at minimum. And looking at the average call response times within the varying areas that they serve across Victor and Farmington, I think it's a tremendous improvement. And currently looking at some of the other municipalities in this Monroe, Ontario area, Finger Lakes at large, you know, we're certainly, I think, performing at a top-tier level. So I'm very appreciative of what they're doing over there. And then building from what Alexis had mentioned, Kathy and I, or excuse me, Amy and I met with the village board September 14th. Climate Board Hometown Day will be joined together. It seemed like there was, you know, the overall good support from the whole of the board at the village. And I think looking at the success of that event last year and the year before, there was not a whole lot to criticize. I think it's a pretty good event for the community and certainly touches in a lot of areas of need to younger populations and families. And I think it will, again, be another very good event.
Thank you. Always appreciate your input as certainly a lieutenant in the Fishers Fire District as well, with your knowledge. So, okay, if there's no other comments, we'll move to the business section of this evening's agenda, starting with resolution number 1. This comes out of the Finance Department, and this is a request for a budget transfer.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. Number 2 is the establishing a climate smart community task force. And I want to, in advance, I want to thank Casey for her leadership and also the internal staff that we're working with.
So moved.
Second.
Also want to recognize both Joe Bodine and Christine Lockwood as well for their involvement. So it's great having the citizens involved as well. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Number 3, authorization to purchase a 2024 Bobcat. And if you see the trade-in value for this 2018, I want to thank Mark for continuing to do this and certainly do the best we can as far as trading these in and recouping a significant amount of money for these purchase of the new equipment. So thank you. Board members, your consideration?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Number 3 is passed. Under Human Resources, boards and committees. And I know we have a couple committee members here this evening. So this has to do with the Parks and Recreation Citizen Advisory. Gordon Mueller. Gordon here? No? Okay, I was told he might be here. He's on the Parks and Rec Citizen Advisory. Patrick Coleman, reappointment to Conservation Board and reappointment to Conservation Board Chair. Matthew Van Kuren, and I know you're here. It's good to see your mother and father here with you as well. Matthew will be joining the Boughton Park Commission, and then Nicole Reinhardt. Is Nicole here? Hey, Nicole. And Board of Assessment Review.
So moved with thanks, because, these are important jobs, really. They help us out tremendously with their contributions and their time and their effort.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And again, to Councilman Condon's point, yes, thank you, all of you. Number 5, provisional appointment of William Embledge. And William is here with us, and I know he'll be a good fit. And I want to thank the committee. Committee was made up of our former department head, Ken Kinsella, our new department head, Keith Maynard, Lisa Boughton, as well as Secretary of the Planning Board, and Tina Kolachik, Human Resources.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Well, welcome aboard, William. And number 6, provisional appointment to Amanda Curry to account clerk position for the Victortown Courts. Is Amanda with us? Hello, Amanda? Well, anytime you can get a judge to agree with a committee, it makes sense. So Judge Coker was involved with your interview, Terry Bolt, Kelly Kabinski, and Carrie Miller, and Felicia Felinski. So you had a significant amount of people to impress there, and everything I'm hearing is this will be a good appointment. So
So moved.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Welcome aboard. Number 7.
Supervisor, can we block 7 through 12, since they are all hires for our Parks and Rec department, and basically have the same percentages for all those?
I'll second that.
Okay, seems like there's no objection. So for the public, what we do is, to Councilman Condon's point, these are, a number of these are the concert series, part of our summer concert series. A couple of, I think there's 3 of them. There's also a Lego instruction, gymnastic instruction. So, and then rather than take them individually, we take them as a block as requested here. So resolutions 7 through 12, we have a first, we have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, 7 through 12 have been approved. Moving to number 13. Number 13 is a request for certificate of liability insurance waivers. And we usually do this because these are really, puts these individuals, because they don't make a lot of money with these contracts with the town, and for them to go out and pay for liability insurance, we provide a waiver opportunity.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Number 14 is setting a public hearing. This is a proposed local law to amend Chapter 175 storm drainage and Chapter 184 subdivision of land. And I know this would take place on 2 weeks from tonight at 7 PM.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, and again, the proposed law is in part of your packet, has to do with the, rather than naming the project coordinator, which was Kim's role, is now will be changed to stormwater program manager. And you'll see that throughout the local law. Okay.
So moved.
We have that,
We already had
okay,
it.
my bad. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Number 15, public hearing has been set for 2 weeks from tonight at 7 PM. Number 15, authorization to seek bids for revised sanitary connection to pump station number 28. Number 28 is the one over by Wendy's.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Number 15 is approved. Number 16, approval of acquisition for the easement by the Monroe County Water Authority pursuant to 1096 of New York's Public Authority Law. This is something we have periodically, once or twice a year, as they continue to expand throughout the town.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 17, designation of the voting delegate for the Associated of Towns. And I do want to compliment Council Member Alexis Ogra. She's already attended the local newly elected training, and this conference will continue your education into town government. So,
So moved.
Second.
okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And number 18, this is a correction to resolutions number 276-2023 by the renumbering of the local law. Number 8-2023 establishes 7200 Rawson Road PDD to local law. Number 2 of 2024. So evidently, because it was, we took action back on December 18th, by the time the local law was submitted to the state of New York, they didn't recognize the 2023 action. They want it to be in calendar year 2024. Am I correct? Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Back for public comment and concerns. If any resident care to speak address the town board on anything on this evening's agenda or any other topic, now is the opportunity. Okay, hearing none, would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Again, thank you very much and congratulations to our new employees.